You know, an old lady like me really doesn't ask for much. To see her only son get somewhere in life, get married, have a family. An old lady like me needs some sweet grandkids she can dote on and spoil and love, and have them love her right back. It means so much, and it's so little to ask. What the devil happened? I think back to that day we took our last road trip to Florida again. It was another long ride. My only son, Boyley, was sour and grumbling behind the wheel. His wife, whose name no one could seem to remember, was holding that screaming baby no one else wanted to get near. The family cat, Piddlespring, was doing what he did best, all over my feet. And of course my sweet grandkids, John Grizzly and June Startle, were being, well, themselves, while I was trying to tell another one of my lovely stories about how much better the old days were.
Give me back crime don't pay. You can have little Lotta. You can stick Lotta where the sun don't shine.
If you two don't quit fighting over them damn comic books, I'm gonna drive us all straight into a tree.
And in my day, we loved to tell stories, and we loved our beautiful home state of Georgia and took pride in it, and we loved to look at its rolling hills and the majestic mountains of Tennessee.
Oh, they both stink. They're chock full of stupid, smelly peckerwood. Yeah, and I hate driving through them every stinking year.
And in my day, we respected our elders and listened to their stories and hung on their every word.
Your day and your elders and their stories and their every word was stupid. Yeah. Daddy, why do we have to take this boring old bag everywhere we go?
Everybody put a sock in it. I'm pulling into this here diner, and we're all gonna shut up and have a good hot lunch.
So we ate loose meat sandwiches at Ruddy Slum's barbecue joint. Ruddy was a good man who ran a mighty fine eatery and agreed with me that what's all's wrong with this country, it's Europe's fault.
Yes'm, I expect that's so. Well, we've been bailing out the Krauts and Wops after what they done to our boys in the war. Well, it don't settle so good with me.
Give me that! Now you two leave that damn ketchup alone or I'll knock your heads together.
Of course, if they's paying customers, I wouldn't turn 'em away.
Because you're a good man, Ruddy.
No, 'cause I need the money. I'm in a real hole with this dump.
Boy, ain't that the truth. Where's your fat wife with my Coca-Cola? She hitchhiked to the bottling plant for it? Where's my ice cream? Sitting out melting, I betcha.
I'll go see what's keeping.
After that greasy brisket, I'd be shot if I'm gonna eat melted ice cream.
Now, June Startle, you've been awful naughty today. Do you really think you deserve ice cream?
Deserve's got nothing to do with it, Bag. I'm a customer, and I want ice cream, and I want it now.
Boyley, surely you don't think she should have ice cream?
If it shuts her the hell up for 5 minutes, I'm all for it.
But when Ruddy's wife showed up with the ice cream and Coca-Cola, it was like a breath of fresh air, at least till we got a whiff of the grease and sweat all over her. But I was grateful all the same.
Well, it's about time.
Now, what do you say, June Startle?
Hey, John Grizzly, I think she got some of her stink on my ice cream bowl. Hey, lady, this Coca-Cola got flat on your way back from the bottling plant. Give me a fresh one.
Cute kids you got there. Maybe they'd like to come back to the kitchen and bob for onion rings.
You two got all you're gonna get. Now eat, drink, and be quiet.
Oh, say, folks, did you hear? The misstep escaped.
The misstep. That ghoulish name struck all kinds of terror in the hearts of good people everywhere. Poor Ruddy's wife was white as a sheet underneath that sun-brown, leathery, greasy skin of hers. The misstep was the single coldest, wickedest, most calculating killer criminal creeper that ever crept across creation. Just about the worst Georgia ever had. And sure enough, he'd clean busted out of the federal penitentiary. Why, no, we didn't hear anything about it.
Well, Ruddy and me, we read about him in the journal the other day, and the rumor is he's a-heading to Florida.
Oh, hell, I was enjoying that. Hey, you, mother of our hell spawn, shut that baby up again.
Oh, what? Somebody say something?
Go on, shut him up.
I got it, Pop. The misstep.
Lord Almighty, we're heading to Florida, too. You know, I had some uneasy feeling about Florida deep down before we left home.
You always have an uneasy feeling.
You are an uneasy feeling.
Way things been going for us, I wouldn't be surprised if misstep came right here, even if we got but 2 cents in the whole
Well,
joint.
stop pestering these folk and go scrape the rest of that possum out the stovepipe.
And then go take a couple 100 baths.
If I come across that misstep, I know just how to handle him.
Much to my shame, John Grizzly took out his slingshot and popped a pebble at poor Ruddy's wife's backside. Then Boily grabbed hold of the slingshot, pulled the empty sling back, and let it go smack against the side of John Grizzly's head.
Ow!
I've often wondered if my Boily was cut out for raising kids.
That hurt, you little bastard!
Just tend to your business, and I'll see these people on their way. Son, I hope you and your sister get your chance to handle the misstep. I surely hope you do.
With the warm, homegrown squalor of Ruddy Slum's barbecue joint fading behind us, we were on the southbound road, and so was the misstep, creeping his way across to Florida right along with us. And apparently I was the only one being bothered by it. Then I started thinking about an old plantation from when I was a young girl that I believed was right around the area we were traveling. Here was a chance to talk the family out of Florida.
Pop, I want to pull over and grab me some more rocks.
I done told you, John Grizzly, we don't need your dumb slingshot. He gets within 5 feet of us and we throw piddle spring at his head. She scratches him all the H-E double toothpick, and I run up right twixt his legs, and I bite him in the nuts.
Say, it just occurred to me, there's an old plantation mansion round here that I used to visit when I was about your age. Let's go see it.
Why'd we want to see some termite-ridden pile of sticks like that for?
Well, it's educational. You can learn about the good old days before the Yankee aggression destroyed Southern prosperity.
We get too much of that junk in school. We don't want to learn no dumb old boring history on summer vacation.
There's slaves' quarters and a whipping post. You two will enjoy that.
Oh, you seen one, you seen 'em all.
There's a secret panel in the library.
Really?
Yep. Legend has it that the original owner, one Lieutenant Colonel Herschel Shuckjiver, stored all the family jewels and silver in a compartment behind that panel, grew old and senile, and plumb forgot all about them.
Okay, so where is it?
Let's see. Well, I'll be just a mile or so, and there's a dirt road on the left. That'll take us straight to it.
Daddy, we want to go to the plantation.
What? What in the hell you talking about?
Grandma says there's a plantation house up hereabouts with hidden treasure. We want to find it.
We ain't going nowhere but the Everglades and the glass-bottom boats.
We hate the Everglades and the glass-bottom boats. We want to do what we want to do for once, and we want to treasure hunt.
There's a dirt road coming up here on the left you'll want to take.
Dirt road, nothing. We're going straight to the Everglades, and I'm gonna feed these ungrateful brats to the gators.
Plantation!
Plantation!
And with that, June Startle grabbed hold of poor Boyley's hair with both hands and John Grizzly started kicking the back of Boylie's seat at about kidney level.
Ow! Get off me, vicious rat bastards!
Plantation!
All this dreadful din upset Piddle Spring, who sprang all over Boylie's lap. And wouldn't you know, the car just happened to stop right smack in front of the very dirt road I had in mind.
All right. We'll go to the damn plantation.
Yeah!
Shut up!
Right up this road, Boylie dear.
Arrgh!
So far, so good. I had in mind to get everybody entranced by the place's long-faded antebellum charm and splendor and whatever historical significance I could make up. I'd capture the adventurous spirit of my grandkids, and if I played it right, I could stall Boylie all afternoon, and the misstep'd be far away once we got back on the highway. And then a mighty inconvenient thought came to me, and like a dummy I went and voiced it out loud. "Oh, shucks, that plantation's not here. It's in Tennessee."
What?
Ah!
Boylie, my onlyest boy Boylie, spun around, glared at me all wild-eyed, lunged over the back of his seat, and liked to grab hold of my throat. Boylie always was wrapped up a little too tight. Anyway, his sudden let go of the wheel caused the car to roll off the road. The woman passenger with the baby, my daughter-in-law, what's her name, I believe. Anyway, she grabbed the wheel but couldn't get control, and the car rolled over into a gutter and landed upside down at an angle, with the driver's side up considerably higher than the passenger side.
Oh, whiplash! Damn it!
Zowie!
We had an accident!
Accident!
Yay!
Oh, dear me, I do believe I have an internal injury of some sort. Land sakes, I don't hear the baby. Hey, what's your name, daughter-in-law? How's the baby?
Louder than an air raid siren, like always.
Well, it seems my internal injury was just gas, so I guess everyone's okay.
Well, me, I got a broken ankle, bruised ribs, and big cut on my head. Other than that, not any more miserable than usual.
What? Ain't nobody dead?
I hate an accident where don't nobody die.
Let's do
Let's
again.
do it again.
If you two just stretch out alongside the car there, I'll try to push it on top of you, and y'all can beat our fatalities.
Oh, Boylie, I don't think that's the least bit funny.
Who the hell's trying to be funny?
Oh, shut up! Just shut up, all of you! I've had a belly full of all you monsters!
Now see here, ma'am. I don't know who you are or who you think you're talking to.
I'm talking to a stupid loudmouth sumbitch. And I am the mother of our hellspawn, member? And I got a name. Don't rightly recall what it is, but I'm gonna take charge of this whole rotten family right now!
At that moment, I'd made my way out of the gutter and back alongside the road, hoping to flag down some help. Then I saw this old beat-up black Cadillac driving up to us from the opposite direction. I waved both arms and it come to a stop. Through the windshield I could make out 3 fellers just sitting there talking a spell. Just as I was about to walk over to them, they piled out, driver first, who approached me, smiling.
Well now, looks like you folks had yourselves some bad luck.
When I first laid eyes on them, they kind of reminded me of the geek handlers in that traveling carnival show we went to last summer. The one that spoke up was wearing a black preacher-type hat, gold-rimmed spectacles, saddle shoes, and a gray pair of those baggy zoot-suit breeches which were hiked up pretty near level with his nipples, which I knew for certain on account of he wasn't wearing a shirt. His passenger was a fat young man with a red face covered with pimples and a silly grin. He wore a beanie, a too small red and gold Letterman sweater with his belly sticking out underneath, and a pair of tuxedo pants and moccasins. And the third feller from the back seat had on a tan Eisenhower jacket, a pleated linen skirt, and galoshes. He had a green sun hat pulled down over his eyes like he was trying to hide his face. Wouldn't you if you were dressed like that? Anyways, as they walked closer, my uneasy feeling came back.
We was up on that ridge back there. Saw your car upturn. Y'all okay down there?
Well, I guess.
We're all in one piece, but we're in a predicament.
No kidding.
Settle down, Blobby Lee. Let's get on down there and help that gentleman get his car right side up and look it over, see if it'll run.
Excuse me, why is that young man wearing a skirt?
Don't mind Hijink, ma'am. He's just exploring his sexual identity.
What?
Nah, I'm only joshing. He and his missus got hit by a tornado, and those are the only clothes was left.
Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes'm.
Hey, cut that out, you little nitwit.
As the driver and me made our way down to the car, we could see John Grizzly chucking rocks at Hijink. Then what's-her-name yanked John Grizzly by his chucking arm and flung him to the ground.
Now you leave that fruitcake alone so he can tend to the car.
Okay, boys.
And Hijink.
Damn you, Blobby Lee. Gonna skin you alive yet.
Both you shut up. Now, on count of 3, we 4 of us lean into this up-tilt side and shove her back over right-of-ways. Ready? 1, 2, 3, heave!
Well, the boys and Hijink managed to get the car back on its wheels. Nashes are usually fairly light anyway. Then the driver took off his preacher hat to wipe his brow.
Hey, you're the misstep.
Beg pardon?
Why, John Grizzly, the very idea.
I'm about ready to snap your head off like the top of a dandelion.
I seen his picture in my reward magazine of True Crime Exposes. That there's the misstep, all right.
It got dead quiet for ages, and all I heard was the wind rustling the trees. Blobby Lee and Hijink looked at each other, then at the driver, then at us. The driver stared deadpan at John Grizzly the whole time. Then all 3 pulled pistols on us. I was about ready to lose my loose meat.
Why, John Grizzly, you're right. It is the misstep.
You folks got a pair of real observant kids there. You've been better off without 'em.
Tell me about it.
Quick, go get Piddle Spring.
Hold it. Don't none of you move.
You don't scare us, punk. You gonna get a face full of cat claws.
I appreciate you all sit over there and pull them kids real close to you. They're making me nervous.
You're lucky. They make me apoplectic.
Yes, sir.
So there we were, sitting alongside the rear end of the Nash, Boily holding the baby. Thank you. What's-her-name had John Grizzly and June Startley in headlocks with each arm. I sat there fanning myself with Hijink's hat. We traded on account of his was nicer and more feminine. He looked under the hood.
How about it, Hijink?
Oh, take at least a half an hour. Fix this hair car.
All right, Miss Step, let's get to it. What you got in mind?
For starters, I'll be needing your husband's shirt.
It's not your color.
Yep, but I like cockatoos. Like saying cockatoo. Cockatoo. Besides, I can't go round like this no more. It ain't seemly.
Boily, give him the shirt.
I ain't giving over my favorite shirt to this squirrely bag of bones.
He has a gun.
I could see that. I ain't gonna just give it over. You have to pull it off my dead body.
Lord Almighty, Boily, don't talk like that. Oh, Mr. Misstep, please, don't pay no attention to him.
You can leave off the mister, ma'am. Misstep will do fine. Blobby Lee, would you escort this gentleman into the woods and see if you can't talk him out of his shirt? I do respect a man who knows his mind.
What mind?
Boily boy, you get back here this minute.
Oh, Mama, for once, could you just butt out and take the baby?
Stupid mule
Oh,
head.
Miss Step, please, listen to me. I know you got good blood in you. You come from good people. You're a good man. You wouldn't hurt a defenseless family.
Oh, there she goes, whiny old bag. Begging this criminal scum.
Shut up.
Yeah, we ain't afraid of these smelly slobs. Quit disgracing us.
You too.
Them kids are making me real nervous.
Who cares? Up to about 20 minutes ago, they made me catatonic. Still can't remember my name.
The misstep's left eye twitched a bit. He said we were all making him nervous, and then what's-her-name said something that made us all blush, and the kids giggle, and Hijink dropped the tool in the engine and smacked his head against the hood. So far, she was doing every bit as good a job of running the family as Boily. Then the misstep looked at me kinda gloomy-like.
Yes'm, I'd be real happy to listen to you. I got good blood. It's iron rich and clots real fine. My parents were good people. Record holders, in fact. Daddy handled snakes at Pentecostal Church of God. Still holds record for most times bit without dying. 46 bite finished him off back in 26. Mama was a chicken sexer. Beg pardon, I'm sure, ma'am. Accurately determined the gender of 511 chicks in 1 hour.
Bet you they was filthy inbred hillbillies ain't worth a plug nickel.
Yeah, and the misstep wore the same poopy diaper till he dropped out of 3rd grade.
The shot came from the woods, and right then and there I lost my loose meat, narrowly missing the baby. The misstep, holding his pistol with his right hand, wiped a hanky across my mouth with his left. Then he handed me an open flask, and I took a swig.
Ain't nothing like kerosene to wash a puke out your mouth. Got a tender tummy myself. No, I ain't a good man, but I guess I ain't the worst neither.
Your blubberbutt buddy just cut your competition, scumbag.
That's telling him, Mama.
Who asked you, you stupid little stoolie?
Gee, Mama, don't you love me no more?
You mean now that you and your snotty sister fingered the misstep and got us deep-sixed?
We're sorry, Mama.
Hey, Blobby Lee, you're back. Where's that shirt?
Soaking in a crick. He wouldn't give it over. Had to soak it right away before the blood set
Oh,
in.
where have you gone, Boily boy, Boily boy?
We ain't got time to wait for it to dry. I'll check his bag later for another. Okay, lady, you're next.
Would you mind taking these two first? I ain't had a moment's peace and quiet in 10 years.
Why, what's your name? How could you? They're your own children.
I don't know, but it's coming awful natural.
I reckon we can accommodate. Blobby Lee?
You want us, fat ass? You're gonna have to chase us down.
And at that, John Grizzly and June Startle up and turned rabbit for the woods faster than Jesse Owens running from a car full of Klansmen. Well, we are in the South of the 1950s, after all. Anyway, Blobby Lee took after them, fired a couple of shots, missed, and then a third when he tripped and fell.
Hijink, go get them kids. Damn, smacked my knee on a rock.
Don't worry, I'll get 'em.
Run, my little darlings, run for your lives.
Where the hell are they gonna run?
Misstep, listen to me. I just know deep, deep down you're a good man who wouldn't kill women and children. Have you ever prayed to the Lord for help?
Help with what, ma'am?
Well, help with finding your better self, of course.
Lord can't help me with that. I'm all I'm ever gonna be, and I'm doing just fine with that.
Being in and out of prison all the time with people chasing you? You call that fine?
I do admit that part's a little tiresome. Maybe I should try to explain why I call myself Misstep.
Got anything to do with evolution?
Far back as I can recollect, I've been punished for things I ain't sure done. Stealing something, burn down a shed, slash tires, or kill somebody. I can't seem to match up what I done with the law's papers or punishment for me. Prison head doctor said I killed my daddy, and I told him it can't be, 'cause flu epidemic got him in 1919.
Thought you said snake bites got him in 26.
No, it was flu. Buried him myself.
Blobby Lee came limping back from the woods, huffing and puffing and looking disgusted. There hadn't been any more gunshots, and I had a sliver of hope. Then I started thinking.
How about them kids?
Hijink's still looking for 'em. My knee's killing me.
Yeah, well, my ankle's broken, so shut up, fat ass.
Well, in the meantime, why don't you take the missus here and maybe she can help round 'em up?
Hold a sec. I just remembered my name. It's Glenise. Glenise? God, no wonder I forgot it. Okay, let's go.
You're going to help them track down John Grizzly and June Startle so they can kill all three of you?
No, I was gonna stall 'em long enough for you to hatch a plan, spring into action, and rescue all of us. Stupid old bag.
I watched Glenise hobble off toward the woods, her arms slung over limping Blobby Lee's shoulders and his pistol pointed at her chest. So now it was just me and the misstep and his dull, dead stare. You mind if I get my knitting out of the car?
No, I guess it's all right.
I said baby what's-his-name in a patch of thick grass. I noticed that for the first time baby what's-his-name wasn't so bad to be around. As I walked to the car, I could feel the misstep's dull red-rimmed eyes and gun point pinned on my every step. I opened the door to the back seat and pulled out my knitting bag. Piddlespring lay there sleeping. I'd never seen him look so calm and peaceful and dry.
I best check in that there bag, ma'am. Fine. You go on, sit down now.
The sound struck my heart as bullets, and I lost that sliver of hope. My hands trembled as I pulled out my needles and the beer caddy I was knitting for Boyley's birthday. He always was hard to shop for. The baby slept sound in the grass.
Must have found them kids.
You really ought to pray to Jesus now. You got dark, bloody deeds to answer for.
Well, now, ma'am, I don't see that rightly determined. Way as I figure, I'm just balancing out what he thrown off by raising the dead. It's a mess I went and stepped in. That's why I call myself Misstep, 'cause I keep stepping in messes. I step into a situation where I'm called upon to kill somebody, just to rebalance things, and it ain't my choosing. I step in a dragnet, and I step in a prison cell to get punished, and I can't remember why.
So pray for your memory.
My memory's just fine, ma'am.
But you got to remember your crimes so you can atone for them.
Far as I know, I've been atoning in prison. When you boil it down, the crimes don't matter so much after the punishment's done.
But the punishment's not done. You broke out of prison.
If the punishment weren't done, I wouldn't have broke out.
The crimes matter. You're committing murder.
No, I'm rebalancing the Lord's mess he made me step in.
What the hell are you talking about? The Lord didn't make a mess for you to clean up. You're the mess. You're the misstep because the Lord must have missed a step making your brain.
You might be right. Wished I'd know for sure.
Oh, who cares? And with that, without really trying or being mindful of it, I threw one of my needles at him. It speared him smack dab in the middle of the forehead. He shot once into the dirt and fell backward. I sat there thoroughly dumbstruck. Then I heard Blobby Lee just a ways off.
Hey, Misstep, What you shoot her here for?
I snapped out of my stupor and quick grabbed the misstep's gun. He was staring up at the sky, almost smiling, poor dead loony. I crouched down as much as my old legs would let me and scampered over to the Nash for cover.
Well, I ain't dragging her carcass off to the woods, not with my knee swole up like this.
Drop that pistol. Reach for the sky, Blobby Lee. As I held the misstep's revolver on the man who murdered my boy-lee and my daughter-in-law, Glennice, now with his empty hands up in the air, I noticed the shock in his face made him look kind of childlike, sad and lost and helpless. I was about to pistol-whip the stupid bastard when I noticed out of the corner of my eye Hijink coming out into the clearing. I kept Blobby Lee's back to the woods, had him put his hands on the right front fender and his head under the open hood, and I told him to keep quiet as I crouched behind the left front fender and waited.
Hey, Blobby Lee, I took care of them mouthy brats for you. You hear me? What you doing under the hood? You can't fix them.
Hold it, Hijink.
Oh, damn. Blobby Lee.
Shut up. Now, real slow, turn around and throw that gun just as far as you can. Good. Now get over here and get this car running. Blobby Lee, you sit over here where I can keep an eye on you. Something jerked my other eye toward the woods. I screamed, "Ow!" for I thought I saw a ghost. Hijink smacked his head against the hood again as two small figures ran through the clearing toward me. John Grizzly, June startled.
Hey, here we come! Hey, yeah!
Thought you said you got him.
I did. I swear I shot him dead. I shot him right through the head.
You're alive.
Course we're alive, bag. That slack-jawed sack of fertilizer can shoot for spit.
But I did shoot you. I left big holes in your heads with blood pouring out of them.
It weren't blood, backwash. It was ketchup.
Ketchup? Where'd you get ketchup?
We swiped some from that greasy spoon we went to for lunch.
But the only ketchup was that bottle you fought over, and not once did I see it open.
Then you weren't looking too clear, were you, blind old bat?
I watched you two demons real clear ever since you put rubber cement in my cold cream, and you didn't take any ketchup out of that bottle.
Yeah, we did, you dumb old crone.
Hey, Hijink, got yourself hoodwinked by little kids.
Damn it, Blobby Lee, I'm telling you, I popped these two zits point blank. And it weren't ketchup pouring out your heads neither.
Don't matter, Drain Claw. We're alive now.
So let me get this straight. Hijink comes up to you point blank from behind.
Yeah.
He shoots at both your heads, and you produce ketchup from where?
From an empty iodine bottle in my pocket.
You mean one bottle between the two of you?
We didn't need no more than that.
So you poured ketchup from a little iodine bottle into your hand, slopped enough of it on your head, passed it to June Startle, and she did the same, and then the two of you played dead until Hijink went away, and you washed it all off in the creek, and now you're here, all alive.
Real live miracle, ain't it?
And where's the bottle?
We throwed it away.
Why did you put ketchup in an iodine bottle?
Souvenir?
No, I don't buy it. Hijink killed you. Get back in the woods.
You mean you want us to be dead? Grandma?
Oh, now it's Grandma, not born old bag. You can't come up with a plausible way to cheat death, and now you want dear, sweet, stupid Grandma to bail you out.
But Grandma, we're kids. We can't get shot.
Well, that's too bad. If you can't come up with a better way of getting out of it, you're just going to have to be shot.
Oh, Oh, Grandma, it's a wonderful little miracle. And we'll be so good from now on.
Ha, my foot. Now you two get your butts back in those woods and be dead like I told you to.
Excuse me, ma'am. Car's finished. Would you mind driving us to jail now?
Yeah, we had enough. And thanks for killing Misstep. We was getting real sick of him.
Don't mention it. Hop in, boys. Whoa, hold it. You two ain't coming.
What?
No, I dare say you two sharp, crafty miracle kids are ready to strike out on your own.
But you're our next of kin. You have to take care of us.
Nonsense. Why, you'll turn the whole world on its ear. You don't need some dumb old groan to slow you down. Now, no sloppy goodbyes. Let's just go our separate ways here and now.
But you have to take care of us. It's the law.
Oh, but I'm so old, and you've driven me bug crazy. I'm of unsound mind now, and the law won't let me take care of you.
Grandma, please.
All right. Tell you what, if you can fetch me that iodine bottle and show me the least little bit of ketchup inside it, you can come along.
Okay, we'll be right back.
I'll be waiting right here. Well, I didn't wait right there. As soon as John Grizzly and June Startle went back into the woods, I took the boys, Baby What's-His-Name, which I later named Boily, and Piddlespring the cat, and took off to start our lives anew, under different identities, naturally. We're in the Salvation Racket. I'm a traveling faith healer, and Blobby Lee and Hijink play the cripples. I know how bad it looks, taking in my son's killer as my own, but Blobby Lee really is a sweet boy, just a bit retarded. I got him on a diet and into a decent suit of clothes, and his skin's even starting to clear up some. Hijink cleaned up nice, too, though he has a tendency to get in drag. That's okay, though. He plays a lady cripple from time to time, and that helps throw off suspicion. And I'm sure surprised at how good they are with Baby Boily. Never seen that kid happier. I don't know how long this'll pan out. Haven't heard anything about what happened to or became of John Grizzly and June Startle. I figure they're either still looking for that iodine bottle or they got into that Misstep's caddy, taught themselves how to drive, and are currently trying to either track me down or find that plantation. There's no secret panel, by the way. No matter. But now I got more or less the family I always wanted, and I'm free of hard heads. There's a real pleasure in life.